Alright, howdy folks, and welcome to Gridiron Live. Hope everyone is having a good Tuesday afternoon. I know I'm trying to. But we're going to get back into some GameDay 2005 for the PlayStation 1. Arguably the best, one of the best football games on the PlayStation 1, and certainly one of the best game days. Game Day kind of fell off a little bit, a lot of it actually, on the PlayStation 2. So they were definitely supreme on the PS1. But anyway, I'm just trying to see if we are live actually. I see the live icon. I can't see the... oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Where's my mouse? There it is. Alright, so it is week number 4 in the second year of the Bengals franchise. Just as an update or reminder from last week. Let's see. I always forget where these buttons are. So last week we played the Jets and the Steelers. Lost a close one at the end to Chad Pennington and the Steelers, or sorry, and the Jets. And we won a close one against Mr. Maddox and the Steelers. Unfortunately, we do have to play them back to back, this time in Pittsburgh. So that should be interesting. So we got Steelers and the Browns coming up right after this.
The right to bear arms is guaranteed in the Constitution, sir.
We're going to hold on to him by the nose, and we're going to kick him in the ass. We're going to kick the hell out of him all the time, and we're going to go through him like crap through a goose.
Roger Vick pounded his way for 11 yards and a touchdown after taking...
We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks. We're going to murder those lousy Hun bastards by the bushel.
Alrighty, folks. Alright, so I'm not looking forward to playing the Steelers again. It was an exciting game. It was high scoring, relatively. I mean, the Steelers could definitely score pretty quick. So I'm definitely anticipating a high scoring game. But what we're going to try to do is try to limit Pittsburgh's possessions and try to win the time of possession, which we usually do, but it's easier said than done, that's for sure. So we're gonna see, we're gonna find out. And I think we're gonna play our background music, our Andy Clark background music, during the actual on-field game, because there's no music really during the game. So I do miss hearing that music in the background, so that's what we're going to do this time around, see if it works out or not. I see that DM was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still in there. But if you are, how's it going? See if I can reset my refresh the chat, maybe? Huh. Well, that's strange. If I type... yeah, there it is.
Tonight they meet the Cincinnati Bengals.
Don't know why I can't see DM's chats from this chat widget, but let's make sure that we are live on YouTube, just to be sure. Hopefully I'm not talking to the darkness here. Well, it says live. Yeah. Alright. So we're good. You gotta get all this stuff straightened out early, else things could go wrong. So here's the music. That's Brash Bash by Andy Clark. Alright, so we're gonna go Tails. We're gonna go Tails, and they've chosen to receive, so that's good for us. If you're a team that likes to receive in the second half, that is. And we are off. Hopefully the desktop, or sorry, the game audio and the music aren't too loud. Always have to do this. Let's start out in the nickel. Let's go base. Alright, here comes Maddox. And a completion on first down. Tommy Maddox. So we're going to go 5 men down this time. And they're going straight for those deep passes. We got lucky there. Maybe we should come out in the dime instead. Of course, now the empty backfield, maybe? No.
The defense didn't want to give up the big play, so they left the underneath man open there.
So I think we're going to have to... I'm assuming that we're going to have to play these guys in the dime a lot more. Although it is 4th down. Oh, it's a fake. Metal Face says, "What's up, everyone? How's it going?" Alright, so that was a bit unexpected. The AI does go for it. Go for fakes in this game, so we have to be careful with that. I think that's cool how they went for it just on the first 4th down of the game. You guys know the drill. We're going to go run heavy to start it out. Where's that I formation?
Redmond scans the defense on first down. Keep it on the ground.
Oh, we broke one, and that's a first down, I think. So yeah, they're gonna want to go. They're more of a high-powered passing offense. So we're gonna kind of stay on the ground just to make their defense have to grind it out. And we're going to try to limit their possessions.
Simply outran the defense to the outside on that one.
We're going to toss to the left. Nice open field. Can we score here? Yes, we do. Touchdown. That was impressive. Nice little pitch there. Lots of green, and Antoine Smith fights for those 6 points. Let's get our field goal on the way. Metalface says, I've been playing a lot of NCAA football 06 and 14 lately. Ooh, 14. Man, I have a lot of opinions about 14. There's some good things about it, but it seems like out of all the NCAA football games, I think it might be the easiest one. Even on the Heisman difficulty, it's pretty easy to play. The only way to really get any challenge on the field, assuming you're going to be controlling the players, is to use sliders. And I'm actually not a big fan of using sliders because if you change them significantly, it feels like it starts to break the game. You know, the quarterback starts throwing highly inaccurately, the receivers never catch the ball, nobody can make a tackle, you know, so on and so on. So to me, it's kind of like Fisher-Price version of college football, especially with the option. I don't like that they put an icon on the field for the read man. I wasn't a big fan of that because it just makes it easier for you. In other games, you had to know who to read, and you could be wrong, and sometimes, you know, it was different. But once they put that icon over the read man, it makes it easier for the user and for the AI teams, because the option teams are pretty devastating in that game. Also, just the general difficulty of the Dynasty mode. It seems like the game is like an elevator, and it has an upward force. So it's like once you reach a certain threshold, like by year 2 or 3 in your dynasty, there's pretty much no going downhill, and you're going to be on the road to championships and national titles. And it really takes the fun out of it for me. There's nothing else to do but just control the players and win titles. The recruiting is a lot easier. They had some cool options as far as like moving the teams around to different conferences. You know, and I think that was a cool feature. I don't know if I should have control over that, but it was cool just to play around with it. You can also change the names of the divisions and stuff. So there were some cool things off the field in that game. But definitely not one of my... It's not high on my list. How good is NCAA Football 11? I'm actually on the on the 360 and PS3 era. It's actually my favorite. I actually have it right here. There is 11. It was in my 360, but I was watching a movie last night. Actually did I think I did 3 or 4 seasons as Texas A&M. And maybe I just don't know how to play the game that well, but it took me about 4 or 5 seasons to get to 10 wins, which I appreciated. I do like the gameplay. It's slower. They don't have the dynamic tackling animations but they're not that great in 14 anyway. So 13 feels a little, or sorry, 11 feels a little bit more grounded, in my opinion. It's probably still easy to score if you know the right plays. Ooh, right off the post.
The Bengals take over at the 22-yard line.
So as far as on the 360 PS3 era, I think it's my favorite NCAA football game. Also visually, I like it more. It has like a more what's it called? Desaturated colors.
Redmond scans the defense.
14 is really bright and vibrant, and 11 is very like desaturated colors. It looks darker, and I like that look a lot more than really vibrant colors. Of course, you could probably just change the tint, or change the saturation on your display, but I like that it comes that way. So I've had a lot of fun with 11. I like using really unbalanced formations and just running and using counters. It's pretty fun. It's an EA football game, so it's, you know, I have a lot of reservations about the gameplay, but it's college, it's fun enough. Let's call an audible here.
Pittsburgh move their corners up to press the receivers.
Bad idea.
Logan kept his eye on it and batted it away nicely there.
And price-wise, you can find 11 for cheap. So a lot of reasons to get 11.
Pittsburgh go 4 pass rushers on this play.
Takes him down. Smith used the spin move at precisely the right time. Nice
All right,
move.
now we're gonna go for another pass. Let's go tight end bench. And we're gonna be looking for Warwick here. I think he's got it. Maybe? No.
Logan deflects
the pass incomplete. The defender lured the quarterback into the throw, then broke on it nicely to force the incompletion.
Back to the ground then for a couple yards, hopefully. Ooh. He barely made it out of there.
Wrestles him down. Smith will run through arm tackles all day long. You gotta wrap him up.
And let's see. Let's pick up the first down.
Redmond under center in the I formation. 3rd down and 1.
And then some. Ooh.
The back gets the glory, but the play was
Antoine's
successful
breaking some
because
crucial
the
tackles,
line
but he
was
stepped out of
called
bounds
on the
there.
blocks.
Redmond calling signals with split backs from the 6-yard line.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's what I get for passing the ball.
Watch this. The defender stays with the play each step of
Telling you,
the play.
those sideline routes, look at that.
Make a play on the ball. That's great technique.
The game just doesn't know how to calculate where to throw the ball when they're running sideways. Man.
Ryder goes in motion. Staley takes the ball on the exchange.
Staley stuck his head
All
in there,
right.
didn't get anything for the effort.
Second and 9. Smith seems much faster than everyone else. Well, he is just a fast running back. That would be part of it. But it's also the design of the play. The blocking is just really good.
Simmons with a nice tackle.
And then combined with cutting, you know, cutting up the field at the right time. That's just the way it goes. But sometimes you get beat at the line and you can't get into open space.
The Steelers from their own 11.
Man. Ooh.
Great defenders make great plays. Simple as that.
Who deflected that pass? Was that Deltha O'Neal? Maybe. 4th and 3.
Pittsburgh in punt formation. They might outkick this coverage. That's a great punt.
Thought I would have one guy back there. It's weird. Let's go.
Cincinnati will use motion. First down and 10.
So here's Antoine Smith. He's not really that much faster. He's just, if you put him in a good spot, he looks really fast. I never played this game, but you make it look fun.
Redmond steps under center for this second down play.
Well, I like variety, you know. I like seeing what could have been. Well, not really what could have been, but you know, the late 90s, mid to late 90s to the early 2000s was the golden age of sports gaming, so there's just a lot of interesting options to play, and if all we do is play EA games, then we're kind of missing out.
The Bengals from their own.
Each developer kind of brought its own design. And yeah, they were just kind of competing to see who could make the best version of the same thing. Madden, GameDay, and 2K are fairly similar. None of them are drastically different. They're all the same kind of football game. But each team... Whoops, I don't want to do that.
The Bengals from their own 35.
Each developer prioritizes different things, and they're better at different things. And GameDay it's a fun one. What am I looking for here?
Royals hoping he can launch a big one.
Definitely the best ones on the PlayStation, for sure.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
But one reason why this game looks... Or one reason why it is fun is because it's not too realistic. It's kind of a cross between...
The Steelers from their own 29.
It's kind of a cross between
Staley with a
Blitz and
Staley kept the defender at arm's length with a
like
wicked
2K football, as far as it... Well, not really 2K, but you know, just a Madden 2K style game. It has a little bit of blitz in it, is what I'm saying, because the hits are pretty big. The game controls are simple, so it has that fun factor. I used to play the hell out of GameDay 98 back in the day. Also GameBreaker 99. GameBreaker 99 has a really cool user interface. For some reason, I pay attention a lot to user interfaces. But I do like GameBreaker 99. as far as their user interface goes. And GameDay 98, that was the...
From their own 39.
I think that was the first year they switched to polygons. So the polygon models don't look as good as they do in this one, but they're pretty close. But the gameplay feel is pretty much, it feels pretty similar across all the PlayStation 1 game days. There's not a ton of visible differences. I'm sure they made a lot of changes to the code and stuff, but come on. There we go. Finally punish them for making those deep throws all the time. Let's go deep.
The Bengals from their own 35.
Got it, got it. Oof.
Taken down.
Big pass there.
By the quarterback, but big play any way you look at it.
Chris Fetterman's passing numbers aren't looking the best. But honestly, to play on our team, you don't really need to be a prolific passer. You just, ah, dang it. You just got to be all right.
Wrong way on that play.
Your handoff skills need to be better than your passing.
Redmond will use the shotgun.
Let's call a timeout here before we go into the second half.
Redmond from the shotgun formation. Second down and 11. Washington picks
Got that one.
yardage on the play.
That's what it comes down to in this league. Who can win?
0
individual
timeouts
battle?
left. Should we just kick a field goal, you think? Maybe we can take one shot to the end zone.
Pittsburgh go with 5 defensive backs here.
Looking for the wideout.
All right. I mean, heck, we might miss this one.
The Steelers take over at the 27-yard line.
Well, there's that. Do they have unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in this game? Yes, they do. Obviously, you can rough the passer, which most of the time when I do that is when I'm close to the QB and I want to hit him and I dive. Usually he's already tossed the ball by then, and then they call, I guess, unsportsmanlike would be a roughing the passer call. I'm not sure. But I know you can also celebrate.
Solid tackle.
I don't know if it's in this game, but you can do it in Game Breaker for sure.
The Bengals 7, the Steelers.
You can either just go to the huddle, you can celebrate, or you can showboat. Showboating is what, or showing off, or whatever it's called, is when you can get unsportsmanlike conduct called on you. But it seems like it's mostly voluntary. But they do have it. So, total offense 71 to 167. Jeez, I was expecting a high scoring game. This is nothing like what I expected. 2 missed field goals, a single running touchdown. Some interceptions. Not a good day for the QBs so far.
Good job on defense, but their offense needs to start pulling their weight in the second half.
So yeah, in between plays, I think it does give you the option to show off and all that. We'll have to see here in a second.
Redmond begins this drive in the third quarter from the 28-yard line.
Oh, nice.
Bell stops him cold.
The running
So
back
here's,
was able to
I
turn
pressed
it
triangle
over,
to celebrate.
but his lineman did a great job up front.
And he dances, I guess. In Game Breaker 2001, it gives you all three options, or all two options.
Pittsburgh.
Seems like every play.
Powers up to press the receiver.
I don't know if it limits you in this one.
With a nice tackle. Somebody forgot to tell the running back that you don't get
Yeah, in Game Breaker 2001, you can celebrate after that play, which doesn't make sense, but they let you do it. I guess maybe it's only after positive gains, which makes sense.
The Bengals from their own 43.
Oh, they're starting to key in on my running. Yeah, see 1 yard, you can celebrate.
The ball carrier with a nice tackle.
Alright, we're gonna have to go deep here. Let's go 4 wide.
The Bengals from their own 44.
Oh man, we got it.
Brought down after a
That was pure luck.
Nothing fancy there. Go deep.
The only person I've seen use a horizontal camera in NCAA Football 98. I'm the only person I've seen use it too. It's my favorite camera view.
Redmond
Mostly because I like playing in coach mode, and that's the best way to play coach mode.
Smith receives the ball here.
That's why you can't run east and west.
It's also in NCAA,
Too fast.
all the PS1, or sorry, PS2 NCAA football games. So I might do a Dynasty in 05 on the GameCube. And I'll definitely be using that camera angle.
Pittsburgh show 4 pass rushers on this play.
That was a mistake.
The receiver just couldn't create any separation on that play.
Pittsburgh
Can't stall out here, come on.
Man front now.
Safety's got that. Man.
Risky throw. Good defense.
It's 4th and 16. I say we go for it because we're not going to get the field goal, and we only stand to gain a little bit by punting.
Cincinnati with the 7th play of this drive.
Oh,
Incomplete, looking for the wideout. The Steelers take over at the 32.
I don't know about that play. How do we... Look at that. So I'm looking at number 80. You see him coming right there on the right side of the screen. He had a break right here. Or maybe right here. Right, he's open. That looks open to me. And then he like gets held up right here. Right there. So do we call that pass interference? Because he totally interferes with that route. Effectively grabbing the jersey. And that holds him up. He got away with one there. I might give that camera angle a try. I never tried it before. If you try to control the players like it's Tecmo Super Bowl or something, you can play it that way. But you do kind of expect to see the players down the field, which you can't in the side camera. But if you just play in coach mode, then it's totally fine because the players know where the players are, but you don't. Let's go dime again. Definitely held you. That's what it looked like to me. Boom, look at that defensive line.
It looked a lot better on the drawing board.
No yards for Deuce Staley. 3rd and 6. Can we stop him here? Maybe if we go 4-4 or 4-3. Forcing the deep pass here. Man, those passes are so intimidating. 4th and 6, do they go for it? I don't think so.
Gardocki hoping he can launch a deep one.
No fake this time. Ismail gets gang tackled.
The Bengals from their own 32.
Easy pass to Upshaw over the middle.
Simply went to where the defender vacated and settled in for the nice grab.
Pittsburgh with man-to-man coverage on the receivers.
Come on, you can get this one. Dang it. I feel like he had enough of a break there, but something happened.
Pittsburgh showed 4 pass rushers on this play.
I ran right into him.
Wanted to turn the corner, but the defense had other ideas, did.
4th and 1. What quarter is it? 3rd quarter. I don't know. It seems like they're nice background tunes. What is that? That would be it's music by Andy Clark. It's an album called Brash Bash. That was a big punt. Forget we have a 90 overall punter. It's an album called Brash Bash. And if you look up Andy Clark on Spotify, you'll get a lot of other, well, his stuff obviously, but a lot of other composers. And this music is like music that was used in like TV programming. This kind of music, I don't know what genre it would be. It's some of it's like electronic, some of it isn't. But it's like music that was made for commercials and TV programming. This one was probably more for sports programming, like sports documentaries or stinger intros, stuff like that.
The entire defense did their job there, especially the defensive back.
So I have a whole playlist that I'm building, just finding music that's like that. And surprisingly, it's not really popular. But they used it in like sports documentaries and some of the music that you hear in NFL primetime in the early 80s or in the 80s and the early 90s was this kind of music. I don't know what to call it aside from like industrial or commercial
Cincinnati will go with
or like
defensive backs.
sports music.
Burris, the receiver, but can't come up with it.
It actually goes with the game. Well, yeah, if you look up Brash Bash, Andy Clark, you'll find the whole album. And it even has a tennis ball on the cover. So it was obviously written for sports. But the playlist I made on Spotify is private. Maybe I should share it.
Maddox from the I formation. 3rd down and 10.
But that's the music that I like to... Come on. Whew. That's the music I like to listen to when I'm programming my game. Gets me in the right headspace. But it's like that 80s, 90s sort of TV commercial music. Music they'd use for sports documentaries. Related would also be there's a lot of music that has like smooth, like a smooth jazz kind of feel to it. Very, very, very 90s. So I listen to that as well. And it's all commercial music. It's not really pop oriented, you know. But basically, the way I discovered it was because I was looking for music that was like the music in NFL 2K5, which I don't know if all of it was composed specifically for NFL primetime, but some of it might have been, but a lot of it was this sort of commercial music that was, but it wasn't like you could go to the record store and buy it. I think it was really only available to commercial entities. So I found one of the songs, or one of the tracks they used in NFL primetime in the early 90s. And then from there I found what album that was on, and then I kept finding more and more and more, and I discovered there was this whole genre of music that sounded like it. And it's now one of my favorite styles of music, believe it or not. Come on.
That's great scouting there. They knew what they were going to do before they did it.
I like what I've heard so far. Oh yeah, it's just, it's auditory nostalgia basically for me. Go back and watch some of the older NFL primetime segments, like from 90, 91, maybe the late 80s. And you're gonna hear that style of music when they play the highlight reels. It's really, really similar to synthwave music. Honestly, a lot of it sounds exactly what synthwave tries to be, and synthwave is cool. But it's also cool to hear music that it's based on. So some of the more electronic, synthesizer-oriented music is basically just synthwave. Which is kind of cool to see. Yeah, NFL films. I do have a little bit of music. Another missed field goal. I think all 3 field goals have hit the post. I think the same post the left side. Yeah, NFL films. I initially had a lot of music from NFL films. The guy, I forgot his name. It was like Steve something.
Redmond looks over the defensive coverage on first down. He takes the handoff.
It was like, it was purely orchestral, and it kind of had like a late 70s kind of sound to it. They used some of that music in the GameDay intros, actually. So if you go back to like 2003, some of those earlier ones, they used some of that. I forgot his name, but that composed it.
The Bengals,
but it started with an S.
Takes him down. Smith proved to be pretty slippery on that play.
But I didn't like a lot of it as much as I liked the more electronic stuff, because it sounded more like 2K5 and NFL Primetime to me. So I got rid of a lot of it and just kind of stuck with one or two from the NFL films style orchestral music. Come on, there we go. Finally. Sheesh. That was a close catch as well. Alright, let's go find the field goal here. Pat try.
For the point after touchdown. So the extra point is good. The Bengals with an even bigger lead now.
Alright, so that makes it 14-0. If things hold up like this, then we're gonna sweep the Steelers. As close to a sweep as you can get in pro football. Peter Warrick was a joy to watch at FSU. Yeah, I don't know much about Peter Warrick. I guess he played at Florida State. It was probably in the early 90s. Uh-oh. Ooh. Getting lucky. Definitely like college football in the late 80s and 90s. I don't know what it is about it. It's partially nostalgia, partially the TV graphics. Everything has a really warm quality to it. I don't know why. It's hard to pinpoint. Even the equipment, like the helmet styles, the pads, everything just looked, to me, it looked better for some reason. Don't know why. Today's uniform and pads are really sleek and lightweight, and the helmets are giant. Just visually speaking, it doesn't look as cool. It's not something that people really notice, though. But I do for some reason.
The Steelers from their own 39.
I think A&M played Florida State in one of the bigger bowl games. I forget which one. Might have been the Sugar Bowl or something. And that was...
That brings us to the 2-minute warning.
I don't know if that was 98. It was definitely during the Bobby Bowden era at Florida State. The Aggies did not win, but oh well. Are they gonna go for it here? Let's see. Yeah.
The Steelers from their own 41.
Oh, they got that one.
Ward loses the defender and makes the grab. Ward just abused the DB on that play. Wide open.
All right. Start manning up. Oh man. Steelers starting to turn on the engine. He got past everyone. Maybe man coverage wasn't the best idea.
Reed ready for the point after.
But we just have to keep it for 1 minute and 32 seconds. They'll probably go for the onside though. Or maybe they don't. We got it. I was trying to outrun the defense there. You should watch some of his highlights at Florida State. They won it all in '99. That team was great, but the '93 team is my favorite FSU squad. They won the national title in '99. Yeah, I don't know too much about Bobby Bowden and the Seminoles, but I do know like the late 80s and the 90s were really the height of Florida State, I guess. Not too different than Texas A&M football-wise. Obviously, A&M never won the national title, but the 80s and 90s were definitely their height. But apparently, I was reading that Florida State had to like vacate wins or titles or something. I'm not sure exactly what that was about, but it seemed like it was something stemming off of the Bowden era. But also, I think they had to do it in basketball as well, so it probably wasn't specifically Bowden. I don't know. Alright, we have to keep it for 1 minute. We'll let time run down as far as possible. Yeah, A&M was pretty good in '93 as well.
Smith on the draw play. Porter tracks him down. Smith showed good elusiveness on that play.
They were pretty good in '93, '94, like the mid-'90s. Obviously, they won the Big 12 in '98. They had a few double-digit win seasons in throughout the '90s.
Pittsburgh show 4 pass rushers on this play. Smith takes the ball. Bell stops him cold.
Oh, the defender.
All right, last time out.
Could shift into that overdrive.
3rd and 2. Can we get 2 yards here?
Redmond goes to work on 3rd down. Smith
Oh, we got it.
Solid tackle. They might have to do some
That is going to be it.
horrible tackling there.
Redmond checks out the defensive alignment on first down. Smith
One more gratuity play. Oh my god, what's going to happen?
down Bengals.
Wow. Antoine Smith scores on the last second of the game. That was just mean. A little bit of dumb maneuvers there by the AI in the end zone, but it doesn't really affect the outcome. They beat Virginia Tech in the Sugar Bowl that year. Mike Vick was the QB for VTech. Let's see.
Hollis for the point after touchdown. The kick is good.
And the crowd is silent.
Dan Tubbs, this is Dick Enberg. So long, everyone.
Old Michael Vick. I think I really only watched Michael Vick in 07 when he was with the Eagles. Because around that time it'd been a couple years since I had bought 2K5 and was more familiar with football because of it, and I played a lot as the Eagles in the game, so I just naturally watched the Eagles in real life. So I didn't really get introduced to Michael Vick as a Falcon, but rather as an Eagle. We obviously win the time of possession. Total offense ended up being not too different. Passing offense almost the same. Yards per pass 31-12. We had a lot more rushing yards. And we had 3 touchdowns to 1. Maddox was 12 of 23 for 52% and 151 yards. Average is 6.5. Long of 62. 1 pass touchdown and 1 INT. Redmond also 1 INT. He was 5 out of 14 for 35%. 156 yards. Average of 11. Or average attempt 11, average completion 31, long is 67, and 1 pass touchdown. Antoine Smith didn't get injured this time. Carried it for 25 attempts for 180 yards, an average of 7, a long of 24, and 2 touchdowns. 49ers mid. Play already. Eagles got Dane Kane. Hurry up and play. Patience, mad chatter. Don't be so mad. You're gonna love this loading screen then. It's nice and long. These were PS1 loading times. Any week now, any day, any year. Alright, this is where we turn the music off because I can't turn off the menu music. I always like to look at the week results. Sorry if you don't like to. There's the Eagles beat the Cowboys. There's Mike Vick losing to the Saints. I preferred St. Louis. I preferred the Rams in St. Louis, honestly. That gold and dark blue. I do the same when I'm playing a season. Yeah, I like the immersion aspect. So we gotta see the numbers, gotta see the team results. If this was 2K5, I'm gonna watch the entire Sports Center segment like I'm watching TV or something. You have to get into it. This is not a wham bam thank you ma'am sort of situation. I've been seeing a lot of that 15-14 score. Alright. Team rankings. Let's see. We are number 2 in offense. Look at that. Number 1 in yards per pass at the moment. Obviously number 1 by a lot in rushing yards. Almost double. It's pretty ridiculous. Points for team. We're tied for 105. Number 1 in first downs. In third down conversion percentage. So we're at the top of a lot of categories here. Alright, are there any front office things we need to take care of? Oh yeah, John Kitna. We need to do something about John Kitna. Because if we look at his salary is $2.251 million, but he's only a 78. So I have a QB3 that takes up more salary than both my QB1 and 2 combined. So something has to be done here. I definitely have to add this game to my collection, and soon. Definitely do it. It's a fun PlayStation 1 game. I'm of course playing this on the emulator, as I've probably said a million times. I like that upped resolution. And the save states. Oh my god, I love the save states. But yeah, getting it natively would be fun as well. So yeah, John Kitna, I gotta do something about him. If I can't trade him for anything, then I'll just get rid of him, honestly. Free up the salary cap. Let's see, let's put Mr. John Kitna on the trade block, and maybe we can get, I don't know, let's see who we have. We got plenty of running backs, so we don't need that. We got Kenny Watson, or sorry, Cecil Martin. 86 at fullback. Honestly, haven't really needed a lot of depth at fullback. Maybe getting a replacement for James Lynch that was in the 70s. That might help. We got Gerald Ismail, Peter Warwick, Washington, Vanover, Chiaverini, Chad Johnson. Let's see, that would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 wide receivers that are above 80. So probably don't need anything there. You have 2 tight ends that are above 80. You have an excellent punter. 2 good defensive ends. The backups could maybe use a little bit of work. Defensive tackles. Got 3 good ones. 2 decent backups. Linebacker core is pretty good. Very good secondary. 95 with Delta O'Neal, Torrey James, Jimmy Hitchcock, and Mr. Ratliff. Good secondary. I mean, I don't know what to get really. Maybe a fullback. I think that would be good. Let's see what we got here. I wouldn't mind getting another running back, just so that Antoine Smith's replacement will be over an 80. There's a device called the M Classic that's compatible with all the retro consoles. It upscales old games to 1080p. Cost is 99 bucks. It was originally 120 when it first came out. Huh. 1080p, but does it force widescreen, the 16:9 aspect ratio? I don't like that. I see people playing older games and they have the screen stretched. I'm like, why would you do that? It's not 16:9. But people just love widescreen so much that they'll stretch. 4.3 is a box. You have to let it be what it truly is. A box. Let's see, maybe Garrison Hurst. I think they would take that. Nope, they don't like that. Okay. Jeez. Maybe William Green? There's no way that the Browns wouldn't take William Green for John Kitna. The best QB they have is Kelly Holcomb, 72. All you have to do is sell your halfback to me. Over the salary cap. Maybe if we... I mean, hell, you can take Carson Palmer too. Maybe that's a little ambitious. How about we... Let's see. You can give him Kenny Watson. Does that help? Over the salary cap. What does that mean? This time it was just rejected. I wish I could get a little bit more feedback as to what was going on. Yeah, he's such a liability. I think maybe William Green just has a huge salary. Maybe Mr. Michael Pittman? Okay, so, whoops. What I need to do is maybe get someone who's barely an 80, and that would probably make it worth it. Marcel Ship. Apparently somebody, one of my subscribers knew a Marcel Ship. It's kind of cool. Nope. Oh man. Ben Timpson maybe? Nobody wants him. Alright, John Kitna, we're just gonna have to part ways. Man, John Kitna looks like Brock Lesnar here. Looks like he's about to suplex you. Alright, so now we have two-man quarterback room. Apparently Carson Palmer and John Kitna were buddies. Too bad. That puts us at $6 million under the salary cap. What can we do with $6 million? The free agent pool isn't very dynamic, unfortunately. Who do we have at running back? Metalface sends the cry laugh emoji. Tears for John Kitna, maybe? I don't like that the game has copies of players. There's nothing to do with 6 million. Maybe we could... I don't know. All I know is that we didn't need that $2 million salary for QB3. Yeah, whatever. That'll have to do. Alright, next game is against Cleveland. What's their record? Let's see. Cleveland. They are 1-3. So we are expecting to whip the Browns. But I've dropped big games, or dropped games that looked easy in this game before. So nothing is guaranteed. I bought this movie, The Glimmer Man, the Seagal movie. I've had it on the shelf for a while, but obviously VHS. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. It's a movie from 1996. And it's got Steven Seagal and Keenan Ivory Wayans. And it cost me 79 cents. So at some point I'll have to. The reason why I have it out is because I keep meaning to watch it, but my VCR is down here, so I just put it closer. So that should be a fun 90s action movie.
Where these Northern Ohio fans expect nothing short of victory from their beloved Cleveland Browns. Tonight they meet the Cincinnati Bengals.
Both these teams feel they can win, and only time will tell who's right.
Conflicting music. Alright. And here's the Browns. I can already hear Drew Carey screaming about the Browns. I don't know if you saw that Metal Face. I think it was like in '98. It was like the inaugural game or something for the new Browns franchise, the expansion Browns. Drew Carey was talking about Cleveland and all this stuff. And then they just turned out to be an NFL doormat for the next 20 years. It kind of sucks for them, but it's funny. Alright, we're going to kick this ball. And there it is. Let's see what the Cleveland Brownies have in store for us. I have no idea. Yeah, look up Drew Carey, like Browns speech or something, and he like gave this speech or something before some game, I think. He was really pumping up the Cleveland Browns, and it turned out to be a lot worse than they thought. All right, how are they going to play us? We'll start with the cover 4. I'm expecting a lot less high-flying passes.
That quick spin move allowed him to pick up a nice chunk of real estate.
Okay, let's go nickel then.
Holcomb looks over the defense on first down.
Oh yeah. They're gonna like to run the ball, I think. Okay, let's go. Let's go 50. Switch to the 5-man box. Or, sorry, the 7-man box. Ooh, they got me there.
Stopped after a good pickup. The defense just lost track of the receiver on that play.
Holcomb has put that behind him from the 14-yard line. Green loses yardage on the play.
Alright, so seems like they're moving the ball pretty well on the ground. Gotta be careful here. I've been playing the Steelers for 2 weeks. Oh, man, Sears. He just pushed him away and scored. Alright, so quick score by the Brownies.
Dawson for the point after touchdown.
Actually a pretty decent mix of run and pass.
And the extra point is good. The Browns
Alright,
take the
so
lead with that touchdown.
hopefully we don't get whipped by a 1-3 team. This game will do that to you. You come up to a 4-win team thinking you're going to have an easy day, and they end up beating you by 2 touchdowns.
The Bengals take over at the 20-yard line.
It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I respect the game when it beats you. I do. We go for the home run right off the bat.
The Bengals.
A quick response to the strong showing by the Browns.
Redmond in some distress.
That was pretty bad.
In motion, 2nd down and 10.
And there's our first down.
Some huge yards, thanks to some great blocking.
I just looked it up. I do remember that. I got confused because I was thinking Jim Carrey. Yeah, not Jim Carrey. I don't think he would have any kind of care for the Browns. It was Drew Carey, the guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway? If you want a good dose of 90s nostalgia, go watch that show.
Griffith stops him cold.
Great execution. The linemen were working their tails off, and the back exploded around the corner.
Alright, let's go for Mr. Warwick here.
Scans the defense on 1st down.
Oh, what was that?
Goes backwards on that one.
That was... I'm pretty sure you didn't see that one. Check this out. Here's Warwick I'm thinking he's gonna go over here. Looks like a good situation. And he just gets clobbered. Is it even legal? I guess it was within 5 yards, so... Who needs pass coverage when you can just shoulder charge the receiver? Okay, 2nd and 19. We need at least a few yards here.
Cleveland showing a 6-man defensive backfield.
Not much.
The stop.
Whoa, it looked like somebody strapped a rocket to his back on that play.
Can we get 15 yards off this pass? Oh, we got it.
Picks up good yardage
There's Peter
on the
Warwick.
play.
When a quarterback can make those kinds of throws, he's guaranteed a roster spot in this league.
Alright, so we saved the drive. 4 more downs at least.
Redmond looks over the defense on 1st down.
Good blocking there.
Myers bristles him down. Smith
The outside runs are killer.
Nothing but daylight. Great block.
I've gotten some good inside runs before, but it's just not as reliable.
Cleveland go with a 4-man set here.
Players are really sticky in this game.
Smith receives the ball. Takes the tackle.
If you're like within a yard or two,
Sticking his head up in there
you have a decent chance of being tackled.
Redmond with split back. 2nd down and 10.
Nice.
Griffith takes him down.
Easy catch over the middle
Makes
for
NFL receivers
Upshaw.
so great. The ability to go up in traffic and make the big play.
So here's an inside run.
Redmond looks over the defensive coverage on 1st down. Stopped on the play.
You know, 2 yards.
Remember that hit next time around, I'll tell you that.
I'm leaving the chat, but I got you on my TV. About to go fix some food.
7, the Bengals 0.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little hungry myself. I'll be making I got some grass-fed beef with a little bit of, what do I have? Brussels sprouts. I like to cook every day, but I like to cook quick. I'll throw down the beef. I'll cut the Brussels sprouts with scissors, literally. And then just cook it on a cast iron. I don't like complex recipes. If it's a complex recipe, it feels like a lot of work and it costs more. Makes you not want to cook. So I go with simple. Let's go to the eye. Off tackle to the left.
Redmond from the eye. 3rd down and 5.
We got it. Almost a touchdown.
Was a beneficiary of some great blocking, but his speed was what made the difference there.
Let's see what we got here. A counter. I'm about to eat some veggie fajitas. Nice. Bam. That was a decent inside run. That was the fullback, right? No, that was Smith.
But he went airborne instead. Awesome play.
On this play, the back finds a crack in the defense's armor. Then he just smoothly slips by into the end zone for 6.
My favorite kind of taco is barbacoa. And it has to be made with the cheek of beef. Can't be anything else.
The kick is good. And that touchdown
Super jump. Yeah, I will dive if I have to. And sometimes it's advantageous and sometimes it's not. You just gotta do it right. Unlike that kickoff. Okay, so here come the Browns. Let's try maybe a 4-3. Let's get at least 2 zones up there.
The Browns from their own 32.
Oh, there we go.
No chance there.
Offense went the wrong way on that play.
Got in the backfield there. This is where it would be helpful to have good linebackers, good linemen, which we do.
In motion from the 30-yard line. He hits his man perfectly.
The defender did what he could, but that was just a great individual
Okay,
effort
let's
by the receiver.
go nickel.
Cincinnati
Alrighty.
corners up to press the receiver. Deflects the pass, incomplete.
Holacek read the quarterback's mind on that play, Dick.
John Holacek. That must be a Slavic name. Yeah, the Browns are definitely under center a lot more than the Steelers. Oh my god. Oh, I missed that. It's tough to resist the temptation to dive. I could have just ran into him. Oh, what a throw.
Dawson for the point after touchdown.
Cleveland's giving me fits here. We're not quite playing like a 1-3 team.
Now have the lead with that touchdown.
This is playing more like what I thought the last game was going to be. Oh, almost made it out of that.
The Bengals from their own 27.
Uh-oh. Oh, we had it. Or we got it. Take that. Blew right past that secondary. Seems like the corner went down to like a what you call that? It was a zone that was closer to the line of scrimmage. And that was definitely the wrong time to do that.
Hollis to attempt the PAT.
Uh-oh.
So the extra point is good.
Looks like it missed.
Has the game all even.
One play for 73 total yards. It's already more points than the last game. Alright, gotta be careful with the secondary here.
The Browns from their own 35. Green brought down after a
Okay.
good pickup.
Dickey took it between the tackles and churned and spun for a decent pickup.
Cincinnati will go with a four-man front now. And the quarterback unable
That
to
was an
connect.
easy
A
miss.
little rubbery on that play. Wow.
And 3rd and 5. Just in case we'll go 4-3. But we'll keep 2 deep at least.
Cleveland using motion on the play.
Now they're going shotgun. They got it.
Morgan picks up good yardage there.
Morgan
Quincy Morgan.
vulnerable, and the quarterback
6
found him
passes.
for a good hookup.
In motion on the play from the 49-yard line.
I made that easy for him.
Stops him cold.
Green fooled the defender with a nice spin move there.
Let's see. I guess nickel. I have at least 2 linebackers just in case they choose to run.
Holcomb will go to work with split backs from the 43-yard line.
We got him there.
Stopped after a
You can break 1, but you can't break 2. Third and 4. Holcomb under center.
Cincinnati call for their nickel package here.
Oh, they got that one.
Down.
Holcomb showed you why some consider him one of the best on that throw.
Holcomb's like a 72. He's definitely not one of the best.
Holcomb scans the defense.
Be a little aggressive here.
Nothing much on that play.
Green ran hard, but he's only got a short gain to show for it.
Holcomb from
All
the
right.
shotgun. 2nd down and 6. Trying for the back, incomplete.
Bad angle there. 3rd and 6. Can we get him on 3rd down? Let's try.
Holcomb goes back to pass on
Oh, that should have been a sack. That's okay.
it deflects the pass incomplete.
They were battling for it, but the defender got the best of them on that play.
So we get the punt, I think. Punt return. Oh, they're going to go for it.
Starts in motion from the 38-yard line. Goes backwards on that one. The Bengals.
The last two
take
teams have been a little
over at the
aggressive with the
43-yard line.
going for it on 4th down. Think we can beat them again with 63 fins?
The Bengals from their own 43.
No, he was with them this time. That was close though.
Bentley deflects the ball nicely.
Bentley almost came up with a turnover, but has to settle for a deflection. Good job.
Cleveland in a prevent. Makes the stop.
The lineman cut off the defense, and the back used great speed to pick up a nice gain.
Let's see where Warwick is.
Redmond steps to the line for this 3rd down play.
Oh, we got it. Come on. Ah,
The QB needs a bigger window. The coverage was just too darn good there.
4th and inches. Let's run for it.
Smith to the outside.
Let's call our timeout.
Defense will regroup. They've used their first timeout.
Maybe deep over the middle.
Redmond lines up in the shotgun. 1st down and 10.
Nice.
Stopped after a good pickup.
They went head-to-head, and the receiver was able to out-battle him there.
See if we can take a shot to the end zone.
Redmond to go to work from the shotgun. 1st down and 10.
Ah,
Great
dang it.
anticipation by the defender. He broke on the ball quicker than the receiver did.
I'm not the greatest at field goals, especially from this distance. Could we take another quick shot, maybe?
2nd down and 10. He'll have to use his feet here.
Oh, 1 second left. Just in time for a field goal miss. Let's see what we got here. Oh my god, I felt that. That was way too far to the left.
No! The Browns take over at the 32-yard line. After the opening half of play, it's
Dang.
the Browns 14, the Bengals
You missed
14.
that 3-pointer. Things have been pretty close. Surprisingly. 4 out of 9, 8 out of 12.
A little old-school football in that first half. Great defense has made sure we're right where we started, in a tie ball game.
Okay, so luckily we do get the ball back.
Dawson set deep.
Let's go deep here. On the first play of the second half.
From their own 19.
Dang it.
Stops him cold.
He was open, just got sacked.
The Bengals from their own 13.
They're in zone.
Smith pulls forward. Henry tracks him down.
The ball
So we
carrier
got
held
that
his
back
own
and then
claws with a
some.
Great spin move on that one.
We need 6 yards here.
Going in motion. 3rd and 6.
In zone again.
Smith takes the ball.
Ah,
Great pursuit
Lost
by
the block on
defensive
that
front
one.
On that play. They tracked him down.
well, definitely not going to go for it here.
Royals hoping he can launch a deep one. He boots it high
And we stop them at their 40. Okay.
Cincinnati go with 5 defensive backs here. And it's just a couple yards there.
2 yards.
Thought they were vulnerable in the middle, but the defense proved them wrong there.
Cincinnati set up with 5 defensive
All right,
backs.
Cleveland, what are you doing?
The running back can't come up with
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Just proved that even elite athletes look like amateurs every once in a while.
The Browns from their own 44.
No, again with that pass.
White makes
Oh, I got stiff armed this time.
down Brown.
What? I think they've hit that like 3 times now. And I've been stiff armed at least twice for a touchdown.
Dawson for the point after touchdown. He hits it.
The Browns are really going to do this to me.
As a result of that touchdown.
I guess Drew Carey and the Browns didn't like what I was saying about him. Coming back with a vengeance.
Dawson kicks it long.
All right.
The Bengals from their own 23. With a nice tackle.
There's a chunk of yardage.
Redmond with a trio of receivers from the 49-yard line. Picks up good yardage on
That
the
throwing
play.
motion was way too slow, but we did get to it, thankfully. Right, 2 deep passes. Now we're almost in red zone
Looks over the defensive
territory.
coverage on first down. Stop dead.
Taylor just blew that ball carrier up. Nice tackle.
Please don't stall here.
Cleveland hold their base 4-man front now.
Oh,
Taken down.
The offensive line coach is smiling after that play. His guys got it done there.
Smith receives Bentley in on the stop.
Great play by the defense. They put him in a little bit of a hole.
need to score here.
Beats the defense here on second down. Backed him up. No gain.
1 yard.
Looked like a pretty good play initially, but they stopped him after only a couple.
All right. 3rd and goal.
In motion on the play. 3rd and goal.
Got it. That was close.
Hollis sets up for the extra point drop. And the extra point is good. And that touchdown even.
All right. Now we have to stop the Browns from scoring. Again.
Hollis hits it off.
And not Northcutt. Olacek gets the hit.
Holcomb looks over the defense on first down. Short gain on the play.
They'd be well advised to look outside. Not much between the tackles there.
See what we got. We just need to stop. Oh, Green. If Green ran to the left, he would have had a huge gain.
Short game.
That was a mistake on his part. Third and 4.
Holcomb steps to the line for this third down play.
Come on. Deep passes. I'd say they're going to go for it again. Oh, they don't.
Peterson back deep to punt. Wow, that might bring down.
It's a floater right there. Alright, so they pinned us inside the 20. Maybe we should run this time first.
Redmond checks out the defensive alignment on first down. Smith takes the toss. Griffith wrestles him down.
Griffith got his man in the
That was in danger of going all the way. Alright.
The offense will talk things over. They called their first
Oh.
timeout.
I don't know why I did that. Hopefully we don't need that timeout later.
Cleveland comes set with a three-man front. Smith breaks through for a nice gain.
Smith.
Third and
Find much
2.
bailout on that play. Pretty good D.
Cleveland with man-to-man coverage on the receivers.
Oh, crap.
The tackle.
What a waste. It's the end of the third.
We've battled to a draw so far. It's time for one of these teams to take control of this game for good.
Well, we're going to punt it.
Royals hoping he can launch a deep one. Wow, that might bring down rain.
Oh, come on. Pool King says, hello, how's it going? I'm currently in a draw with the Cleveland Browns, who are 1-3. But they're not playing like they're 1-3.
Holcomb goes to work here in the final quarter. First down and 10.
Oop, that's out of bounds. Get saved there. Oops.
Holcomb lines up in the shotgun.
What do we got here? That's a deep pass again. Keep getting those deep passes.
That's always good to see. A receiver willing to fight through traffic for the big reception.
Holcomb reads the defense on first down. Attacking the sideline.
Lucky miss.
Holcomb scans the defense on second down. Looking for room to run.
The defense was all over the field on that one.
Can we hold them to a field goal here? We shall see.
Cincinnati show a five-man defensive backfield.
Oh, they got that one. Oh,
They need to be a little more unpredictable. It looked like the defense saw that play coming.
what's Kelly Holcomb bragging about? He just missed that. All right, it's field goal time, I think. It's a smart choice here. And oh, it just barely went in.
Now have the lead.
We got 4 minutes. That's potentially good, because we can draw the clock down, take it into the red zone. If we have to kick a field goal, we will, but this could potentially be the game-winning drive. If we can get anything going. Looks like you're in a hell of a game, my friend. Yep. We did stop him just now. Well, held him to a field goal at least. So we have a chance to... We have a chance to have this be the game-winning drive.
Redmond goes to work on second down. Here's the handoff. Lang makes the stop.
Smith scampers for good yardage thanks to the
Big Texas says these games are way better than modern Maddens. Well, the only Madden that I've ever really played and had any kind of enjoyment with is Madden 98. So, with that in mind, yeah. I definitely don't really touch Madden.
Great effort.
Gotta be careful here with the clock.
Redmond scans the defense on first down.
Oh, we got outside. We're good.
Takes him down. That'll bring a smile to the coach's
This is where Antoine Smith excels.
by the O-line.
Redmond checks out the defensive alignment on first down.
That block, dang it.
Lang with a nice tackle.
That's great blocking. They got a hat on a hat, and the back broke loose for a nice gain.
Smith.
Oh, that was stupid.
Smith got pummeled there.
3rd and 6. Crap. This could potentially be...
Redmond steps to the line for this third down play.
Oh, we have to go for it. God dang it.
Smith didn't have the speed or the help he needed up front to get more than a couple yards.
This could be it right here.
Cincinnati now with the 7th play of this drive.
Oh my God, Upshaw caught it.
Good yardage on the play. Watch this. The defender stays with
Gig'em, by the way. A&M is my team, and funny enough, my brother graduated from A&M in '99, civil engineer. Howdy. Yep. My father went to A&M. Don't know what kind of engineer. So did my mother. She was in the Corps Cadets, actually. So did my uncle, also engineer. My half-sister, my half-brother, yeah, so we have a long history. I tried to go, but that was a long time ago. For me, it was more of the experience with my uncle, because I got to stay there with him back in 07, 08. That was my introduction to it. I got a little bit of it before that, but yeah, my experience with A&M wasn't academic. It was cultural.
And the extra point is
But
good. The Bengals get the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah. Long line of, well, relatively long line. I don't know if it's a legacy at this point, but it's close. Metalface says exclusive politics destroyed sports gaming. Oh yeah. The sports gaming apocalypse was in 2004. It it was kind of getting to that point for a few years, but it really got to that point in '04. So. Not just for football though, for a lot of other sports as well. So that's why I refuse to play modern games, because they suck. Even if they don't, you're probably feeding into a monopoly by playing them. So, don't want to do that.
Holcomb looks over the defensive coverage on first down.
Ooh, come on.
They had the right defense called on that play, Dick.
Yeah, the experience staying with him was cultural too. Yep. First time at Kyle Field was an experience, man. And I wasn't just like in some random part of the stadium. I was in the student section, so it's like I got to live it for a couple weeks. And I've gone back recently, and it wasn't the same. Especially the game. I went to a game, and like the stadium looked nice and all that. Part of it was like a early morning game, or like a midday game. It was against who was it? UTSA, so wasn't a lot riding on it. And then I was way up high, so it felt like there was nobody around me. Versus back in 2007, where we were just all stuffed into the student section. Got to do midnight yell and everything. But yeah, going back, it's different. I don't know if that's just part of it. I think is just, you know, the natural tendency to notice changes or to perceive newness as change. But also, things have changed, you know, naturally. Man, that secondary keeping us in the game. Looks like you thought about not scoring and milking more clock there. That's what I would have preferred, because had I done that, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I only have a 4-point lead, which isn't the best. Last one I went to was in the end zone behind the cannon. Okay. Yeah, I got it from the student section. Actually have image of old Kyle Field behind me. Well, maybe not that old, but before they demolished it. And I think we were either above or underneath the old home of the 12th man sign. I think the first game was against Fresno State. So if you go back and look up... Oh, am I on offense? Oh yeah, they went for it. Okay. So if you go back and look up A&M, The Great Migration, or it's something like that on YouTube, you can see it was against Fresno State. It was so hot that day. I mean, the sun was just beaming. And it was so hot that some people started leaving because, you know, heat sickness and all that. So towards the end of regulation, because it went to overtime, that section where we were standing had gotten a little sparse. And it was, I think it had already gone to overtime. And so what happened was everyone started moving. Like you can see everyone moves to one side of the stands, depending on which side of the field the team was on. That was kind of fun. And then the next game after that was, I think that was the following year, and that was against Army, I think.
Redmond calling signals from the eye. 2nd down and 4. Smith picks up good yardage.
And I remember stepping on Kyle Field after the game. It's a different time, actually. Like, you think about it, everyone just runs onto the field nowadays, which I have mixed feelings about. It is a safety issue. But we got to go onto the field, but it was after the game once everything was cleared. Which I know isn't, like, it doesn't go with all the emotion and everything, but it's a lot, it's safer. A little more sacred, if you ask me. Good defense, says Metalface. Before the remodel, my brother had a Hooters t-shirt with the promo of that first remodel. Oh, okay. Crazy Hunter says, hey, what's up? Yeah, what I liked about the older stadium was that even though it had been added onto, I think they added on the zone in the 90s, it still had a lot of old parts to it. And so you kind of have that history. So they just blew it all up, literally. And so seeing that Kyle Field part of the stadium come down during the demolition was a little heartbreaking, knowing how long that had been there. And I mean, obviously the new stadium is beautiful, but I think you lose a little something when you do something like that. I went on the field back in '03 when my high school played a playoff game there. I was able to go to the press box and stuff. I'll never forget that. I've never been to the Kyle Field press box. I never knew what that was like. All I got was the student section, and that was honestly the best. I think it was the best place. Best place to be. Because I don't know, I think the best fans are probably in the student section. But what's cool about going with my mother is that she was there during the Jackie Sherrill era in the mid to late 80s. And her going back there now is like a much more drastic experience compared to me going back since 2008 or 7. She hadn't been there in like 20 or 30 years. And she says that it's changed a lot. I mean, obviously 30 years time. What do you expect? But it's kind of sad to walk with her, and we would go and see these older buildings. I think we walked by, I think it was an old core building, like maybe a barracks, some kind of core building that was like abandoned, and like it was overgrown and it wasn't lit up, and we were walking around at night. And like hearing her talk about it, and hearing her talk about how it was, 30 or some odd years ago. And she feels like it's like Disneyland now, which I can see. There's like attractions and stuff, and I don't know. A&M is a world-class university now. And there's good things that come with that. But I think she was under the impression, and I guess I kind of think of it this way as well, is that A&M was supposed to be really a place for the commoner, you know, the common Texan. It's still widely available, I would say, but money-wise and everything, I mean, that's true for just top-tier universities in general, but I don't think of common Texans when I think of getting into A&M, you know? It's so expensive to go to a game now, though. I can't remember how much it was. I mean, I didn't pay anything because I went with my uncle. He probably had like a season pass or something. But yeah, I mean, things change, and things don't always change for the better, you know. I think people just assume that change is good for the sake of change, but I don't think so. Things change. Sometimes it improves, sometimes it doesn't. So the Browns fought until the end. Yep, and now they're 1-4. And of course, those passing yards, or the completion to attempt ratio, is very signature for me. 8 out of 13. Pretty efficient though. It's more than 50%. I think. Yeah. But yeah, I have all kinds of A&M stuff around here that you can't see. I have, I think, a 1989 yearbook. It's like a family Bible. It's like this thick. Right over there. It's kind of funny because I got it for like $3 at a store. And my mother was recognizing people in it, which is kind of funny. I have some A&M books. I have a bunch of books. I have The Pride of Aggieland. Early 2000s came out. I got Sol Ross at Texas A&M. One of my favorites, I got the Aggies Handbook. So it's like a really good collection of, it's like concise history. It's a lot of stats. All the big stories, you know, Bear Bryant, Junction Boys, Dana X Bible. It was written during the R.C. Slocum era. Then I have a book called No Experience Required by Jackie Sherrill. That was the story about the 12th man. That's a really good one. I have this random tile that my mother gave to me. It's got Old Sarge on it. I don't know if there's such a thing as a decorative tile, but I got it. I have the Texas A&M football vault, but it's underneath a bunch of stuff, so I can't grab it. And then, obviously, this is going to be one of my favorites. Just a good old helmet. Gotta have the helmet, you know. And I've shown that a couple times. I have a framed ticket over there. Obviously Kyle Field right here. I have a bunch of stuff, jackets and all kind of stuff. War and Peace yearbook. Yeah, it's huge. You could definitely do some damage with it. That old Sarge is badass. I think it is. It's sort of like a secondary mascot. You don't really see it that often anymore. A&M's mascot is obviously Reveille, the little dog, the collie. But not having a suited mascot, it's kind of hard for people to know what the mascot is. But it's a little dog. But it's, if you look back at some of the older artworks and designs and like promotional things, you would see old Sarge. I got like cups and stuff with him on it. And I don't know why they don't use him more. I think he's pretty iconic looking. I mean, so is Reveille. I think they should use both of them more. Alright. I'll look at the Steelers. They won that one. Alright, so let's take a look at the... Alright, so we are approaching 500 here. Trying to undo last season's damage. Total win record 8-13. 38% win percentage so far. Current record 4-1 in our second year. No injuries for the Bengals. Ben Roethlisberger is injured. So is Jerome Bettis. Big Texas says, actually find your channel from the NCAA 11 Aggie Dynasty. Oh yeah, that one. That one's a little old. The video quality and such isn't the best. But I'll probably actually have the game right here. I'll probably play that again at some point. Yeah. Jeff Blake. Guess he's the backup, 2 weeks out. David Newman. I'm always interested to see who the injured quarterbacks are. It's usually not the starters. But yeah, if I'm playing NCAA football or any college football game, probably going to be playing as Texas A&M. People like to play as the small school and win 15 national championships or whatever. I can see how that's fun. It's also kind of unrealistic. But if the game's challenging, it should be difficult to maintain success in the first place. So, I just pick A&M most of the time. That's what I'm doing in NCAA 98, and obviously it's what I was doing in 11. And that's what I'll do when I play NCAA 2005 on the GameCube. I'll do a Dynasty there as well. Coach mode, of course. Okay, so things are looking up for the Bengals, 4-1, with a single, very close loss to the Jets, almost undefeated. Beat the Giants, Steelers twice, and the Browns. I'm good with that. Bring the Wrecking Crew back in all of them. What a name, the Wrecking Crew. You got, what's his name? Datwin. Quentin Coriat. Those are two big names I think of. So we're sitting at number 1 in the AFC North. In the South, the Titans are sitting at number 1 at 2-2. Not looking so hot for the South so far. In the West, we have the Broncos 4-1. In the East, Eagles sit at 3-1, as well as the Redskins. In the NFC North, we got the Green Bay Packers. That would be Brett Favre and company, undefeated so far in 4 games, followed by the Minnesota Vikings. In the NFC South, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4-1. And the Rams in the NFC West are leading with 5 wins. Things are not looking too hot for the Cardinals, though. Not a single win. 0-5. Patriots 3-1 in the East. And here's the North again. Then bring Jamar Toombs for running back. Oh yeah, Jamar Toombs. I remember the running back that was really big when I was at A&M with my uncle was Jaworski Lane. I think they would call him Jaworski. Something about a train. I can't forget. Alright, I can't remember. But yeah, you would do the train thing or whatever when he would come onto the field and he would just knock people over. Jaworski Lane was like oddly fast for his size, so he had a lot of mass and he could move quickly. So it's a powerful combination. Usually you're one or the other, or kind of mediocre in between. But I remember he just looked big and he was like pretty quick, so he could build up the momentum to just take 2 or 3 guys with him. Probably crack their helmets too. It's unfortunate that some of the coaching situations around him weren't that great. You know, the early 2000s were a dark time for A&M, at least on the football field. Things were looking up in like 06. Still got whipped by Oklahoma State in the Cotton Bowl, I think. But, you know, got to 9 wins. Beat Texas 2 years in a row. And then we had the whole scandal with Coach Fran with the sports information website or something. But let's see who we got. Chris Redman and Antoine Smith are still have Pro Bowl prospects. A lot of our players do. He was like a Mike Alstott in ways, but taller. Mike Alstott. I don't think I know that name. I do have the internet though. Nicknamed A-Train. He played at Purdue. Okay. Oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah, the Buccaneers. Yeah, I was thinking of. Yeah. I remember watching his highlights. It's tough to bring those guys down once they start getting momentum. Antoine Smith taking home some awards again. This is week 2 where Antoine Smith went down, and then Patrick Washington just kind of takes his spot. 217 yards. Pretty much any running back that's on my team is going to do well. Week 3, Patrick Washington again, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. And again in week 4. Yeah, so our halfbacks are doing pretty well, MVP award wise. I guess that's it. Nothing left to check out. Any new free agents? Probably not. Doesn't really change that often. Alrighty, folks. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to Metal Face and Big Texas. And who else was in here? We had DM near the beginning. Didn't really see him much. Pool King. Who else? The Mad Chatter. Not sure what he was talking about, but he seemed pretty impatient. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. But that said, I think that's gonna do it for me. Next time we'll be playing Baltimore. Oh, I've had the music playing this whole time. Bet that was confusing. But yeah, anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.